Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my follow-up to my Sephora VIB sale haul, as well as my follow-up to my testing top-rated Ulta products under $10. So if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts, opinions, and reviews on the products in those two videos, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so if you missed either of those two videos, I will leave the links for them down below, but we're going to jump into the items that I picked up during the Sephora VIB Customer Appreciation sale first, because that video went up first. So I'm going to jump into the skincare products that I picked up during the sale first, I think. Well, I have one hair care product, so we'll talk about that. I picked up I'm testing out a new lighting format, sorry you guys. I picked up the Olaplex Hair Perfector number 3. I don't know if I'll ever figure out my lighting, you guys. Anyway, I've used this I think 3 times now, and honestly, I think I need a haircut, number 1, but I haven't yet noticed much of a difference with this. What's interesting about this is you apply this to damp hair and then you let it sit in your hair for like 10 to 15 minutes. Leave on for a minimum of 10 minutes. And then, so you let it sit on your damp hair and then you get back in the shower or you do whatever and you rinse it off after at least 10 minutes have gone by. So it's almost like a hair mask. So I do find it like interesting to try and find ways to like the easiest way to use this. So typically I'll use this now on Sundays, and when it's Sunday night football during halftime, I'll jump in the shower and I'll get my hair, like I'll rinse my hair off and then I'll toss this off and then I'll come back and watch more of the game, and then when it reaches like the beginning of the 4th quarter, usually I go and like wash my hair off. So I feel like I haven't used this enough times to tell if it really is making a difference on my hair, and like I said, I frankly just think I need a haircut right now too, because my hair is so dry and damaged. But I can't like shout over the moon like great things about this just yet. But you guys, I know I've heard a lot of great things about Olaplex, and I know some of you have said that it's really worked well for you. You'll also have to let me know if you've tried any of these shampoo and conditioners by Olaplex, because I'm definitely interested in testing those out as well. I picked up another Tarte Knockout tingling treatment during the sale. This is like my 5th bottle of this. I love this stuff. If you guys are looking for a good lactic acid, I think this is a really, really good one, so I would highly recommend. I also picked up a full size of the Saturday Skin Rub-A-Dub Refining Peel Gel. I had gotten this in the No Bad Days set by Saturday Skin and had tested it out and really enjoyed it, so I wanted to pick it up in a full size, and I do really like this, you guys. It's a very non-invasive peel or like exfoliant, so if you have really dry skin, you would really like this product. The last skincare item I picked up was the Belief First Aid 360 Eye Care Mask, and I've also really been enjoying this. Usually I'll pop this in the refrigerator like 5 minutes before I'm ready to put it on before bed, and then 5 minutes before I'm ready to put it on in the morning, because I really like the cooling sensation it gives when it's put in the refrigerator. And I have noticed, I feel like my eyes feel like much more hydrated, and for a long time I was like not a believer in eye creams or anything like that, but so far I've really liked this and I would feel comfortable recommending this. Okay, moving on to makeup. I did decide to return the YSL Touche Éclat primer just because I felt like it did nothing for my skin, and it was a $52 primer, and even though I got it for a discount, I just did not feel like it warranted the price tag. So for me, that was a miss. I know a lot of people really do like that primer, but for me it was a no-go. But I did really end up enjoying the YSL Touche Éclat Radiance Awakening foundation. I have mine in the shade Cool Almond. This is a really beautiful foundation. I like that it gives a luminous sort of look without being too dewy. So far this has been really a great foundation. I think this is a really good color match for me too, so this is one that I will definitely continue to use quite a bit. I also ended up picking up the Nars Soft Radiant. Is that what this is called? Naturally Radiant, I think is what it's called. The Nars Naturally Radiant foundation, because everyone raves about this, and I saw this in just about every single VIB sale recommendation video that I watched, so I figured it was that time to pick this up and see what all the hype was about. And for me, I don't dislike this, but I definitely have foundations in my collection that I enjoy more than this. So I'm not going to return this, and I don't mind using it, but again, I just have other foundations, some drugstore foundations even, that I prefer more than this. Sorry, Sorry. You guys will have to let me know if you've tried this and if you are just as in love with this as everyone else seems to be, but for me, I know I have an unpopular opinion in that I think it's just okay. I also picked up the Hourglass Veil Mineral Powder, and I do really like this just like everyone else. I think it's worth the hype. The only thing I will say is that this can make my under eyes look a little bit dry, so I definitely have to go in with a damp beauty blender to apply this powder underneath my eyes specifically. All over the face, I don't have any sort of problems with it looking dry, but for some reason, for me specifically, I find it looks a little bit dry underneath my eyes. But I do really like this powder, and I would highly recommend this one. I also picked up the Josie Maron Vibrancy Concealer, and it took me a couple tries to decide that I actually do really like this concealer. It's super, super hydrating underneath the eyes, and you do have to set it right away or it is going to crease like crazy on you. So those things in mind, like keep those things in mind when you're buying it. I personally don't mind having to set it right away. I like having a really hydrating concealer, especially for underneath the eyes, because I get dry under eyes. That being said, I do not think that this is going to be for everyone. It is very like tacky feeling too. So I actually feel like I have an unpopular opinion in liking this. Like I just feel like this probably, I feel like I like this, but not a lot of people would, but I don't know where I'm going with this. I like this one, but it's wet, it's tacky, it's hydrating, and you need to set it right away. So keep those things in mind before buying it. I also picked up one of the limited edition Bite Beauty French Press lip glosses, and I picked mine up in the shade Flat White. I do have it over top of a liquid lipstick right now, and for me this is just okay. I definitely would not pick up another one in the collection. This one's a little bit nude. I feel like I maybe wish I went with a different shade, a little bit of a darker shade, but for me this isn't the most long lasting, and it's a little bit sticky. I'm not gonna not use this. I mean, I'll use it up, and I like it over top of this liquid lipstick, but I definitely am starting to like glosses more now and become more of like a gloss snob in the sense of like which formulas I prefer, and this is just, again, like this is just okay in my opinion. I picked up 3 of the Kat Von D studded lip creams, studded kiss creme lipsticks. I picked up the shades Bow and Arrow, Ludwig, and Cathedral. I'm a huge fan of the formula. I really like the shades that I picked out. I think they're perfect for the fall time. I've worn all 3 and I've really enjoyed all 3, so I know Kat Von D is a little bit controversial, but I truly believe she has a really good lipstick formula. Sorry. Finally, I have 3 palettes to share with you guys. 2 of them I actually have not yet jumped into. Actually, I haven't jumped into any of the palettes yet. Sorry, guys. The first is the Huda Beauty Gemstone palette. This is an all shimmer palette. I've only swatched this. Again, I haven't used this, so I truly can't give you guys much of an opinion on this one. Then I have the Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions palette, and I haven't jumped into this either, but I have all 4 of the other Huda Beauty Obsessions palettes, and I like the formula on all of them, so as long as this is consistent with that, I think you can't go wrong with the Huda Beauty Obsessions palettes. And then I did pick up the Urban Decay Born to Run this palette, and this is one that I was super excited to pick up, but I just haven't dived into yet. This happens to me all the time. I get so excited about a makeup release, and then I like wait months before I even try it. It's horrible, but I heard really great things about this. I'm sure you guys can find a million other reviews out there on YouTube. I have not tried this yet, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you like I love it or whatever, but this one is still to be tested. Those are all the items that I picked up during the Sephora VIB sale. Now moving on to the items that I tested out in my top rated Ulta products under $10. So first in that video, I tested out the Wet n Wild Dewy Photo Focus Face Primer, and for this, I would not repurchase this. This just is too artificial looking underneath the skin, but I do really like it paired with the foundation that I tested in that video, which is the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse Foundation. And the reason I like these 2 paired together is because I typically do not go for a matte foundation, but this is so luminous and dewy looking that these 2 pair nicely together to give me a finish that I like, a more like natural, radiant sort of finish. So I have really been enjoying this combination. This foundation has a super different consistency. This one is a moussey consistency, which was a little bit different. I found the best way now after that video to apply this is to warm this up on your hand before going in and applying it. So after figuring that out, it applied much easier for me, and I do like this foundation, but again, I only really like it paired with a more luminous sort of primer. I find that if I don't use a luminous primer, it's a little bit too matte for my personal liking, so keep that in mind. If you have oily skin and you prefer matte foundations, I think you'd really, really, really like this paired with just probably about any primer. Next in the video, I tried the Ulta Beauty Brands Full Coverage Liquid Concealer, and I am a huge fan of this. I love this concealer. This may even be my new favorite concealer. I just love how hydrating it is underneath the eyes, but it's still full coverage, and this is like this is so good, you guys. Then I went in with the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder, and I do really enjoy this powder, you guys. This is a really great powder for only like $3.99. It's not too dry underneath the eyes. I do find towards the end of the day, I find it like breaking up or drying out just a little bit, but not until like hour like 7 or 8 on me, which is actually pretty good considering I do have pretty dry under eyes. So this is another powder that I definitely would feel comfortable recommending, and it's such an affordable price, you really can't beat it. Also from Essence, I tried the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. This is the lighter version, and I do also really like this bronzing powder. It is the bronzer that I have on today. I feel like it gives a nice natural looking glow to the skin without being too warm. It definitely does lean more warm than cool, and I used it one day and I did go a little bit too heavy-handed with this, but for just an overall like natural warmth to the skin, I really like a layer or two of this. I think this is also really good, and I think this is only like $4 or $5.99, so also a really great deal that I just feel like you can't beat. Also in that video, I tested out the Essence Satin Touch Blush in the shade Satin Coral. This is what it looks like, and this actually has really good pigmentation for it for only being a $2.99 blush. You actually, I feel like, can get a little bit too heavy-handed with this if you are not careful. I do have this blush on today, and I really like this. I don't find this to last all day, but I feel like it'll last you a good like 5 hours or so. So I feel like that's like what blush truly lasts all day anyway. So for $2.99, like, you literally cannot beat that. For highlights in that video, I mentioned 2 separate highlights. The first was the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter, which is a little bit more of a subtle glow, and they've come out with more shades of this since when I originally purchased mine. I have mine in the original shade. Really like this. This is definitely a little bit more subtle than the other one that I recommended, which was the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. This is the highlight that I have on today. This is definitely a little bit more blinding. I have it on in the shade Blossom Glow, which is the more pink toned one. I know Precious Petals is the gold tone one that everyone raves about. This is another really great, really affordable highlight, especially if you're looking for like a beaming highlight at an affordable cost. So good. A product that I did not like that I tested out in that video was the e.l.f. brow pencil. This just was too creamy. It blended away to pretty much nothing when you went through with the spoolie. It wasn't a good shade match for me. I think I just have mine in the shade brown or dark brown, and I just like was not a fan of this. It's $2, but like save your $2 and spend it elsewhere. Not good. I also tried the Essence Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil in the shade 2 But First Espresso. It actually is what I have in my waterline today. And this, you guys, again, is so good. I think this is only $1.99 or $2.99, and I want to pick up every other color that they have. I think they have like 5 other shades. This lasts so long. Even if I if I swatch this on my hand, this swatch will literally be there all day, even after I shower. This is definitely waterproof. It stays in the waterline all day. It's such a good creamy pencil. Like, it goes on so easily. Like, I can literally do it one-handed without like having to like, it's so easy to use. Highly, highly recommend this. I also used the Essence Lash Princess Mascara in that video. I've used every single type of Essence Lash Princess Mascara, and I recommend all of them. For me personally, I enjoy the Volume Mascara, which is in the pink tube. Everyone else seems to prefer the False Effect, which is in the green tube. Both are good. They're only $4.99 and would highly recommend. And then to finish it off, you guys, for lips, I use the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Liquid Lipstick in the shade 5 Loyalist, which is what I have on my lips underneath that Bite Beauty lip gloss. In that video, I also went in with my NYX Butter Gloss, which was a first impressions for me, and I really enjoy the NYX Butter Gloss. I currently have mine in my purse in my car, and I was too lazy to grab it for this video. But I really enjoy the NYX Butter Gloss, and this I do really like, but this is, because this is such like a Superstay formula, like this swatch too will be here past showering. So this is a really, really drying formula. I prefer to pair it with a gloss. If you are going in with just this, I would highly recommend really exfoliating your lips, just because it does really dry out the lips. So for me, I prefer this paired with the gloss because it's so drying. But I do think it is a really good formula, especially, again, at a drugstore cost. After that, you guys, that is going to conclude my mini reviews on all of the products in my Sephora VIB sale, as well as that testing out top-rated products under $10. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment box below what some of your favorite products are right now. Other than that, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do so before you go, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!